Hi, guys. Just waiting for a few other people to join. Let's see. Hi, everybody. Just inviting everybody in at the moment. Don't mind me. You guys can chat amongst yourself for a minute if you like while I'm doing a couple of things here real quick.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi, so my glasses are so reflective. Can't see my.
Hi, Mr. Russell.
Well, hello. Where are you?
I'm at the barn. I've been here since 7.
My husband and I went for a walk the other day and we saw some pigs up there and I started talking to them and they got so excited. It was really funny.
Yeah, my pigs kind of like me. Not really, though. I'm just going to be cleaning while you talk. Is that okay?
Yes, totally fine.
Okay. Thanks. Also, I'll turn in the homework later. Didn't get it till like 11. I was like, okay.
Okay.
So later, I'll turn it in.
Later is fine. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that it will be late, and that's not a big deal. I know we've all got stuff going on right now. Let's see, I'm just trying to see who all is here. I've marked a few people off, and let's see, is Mael in here? Let's see, is Lilith in here?
Yes.
Hi, Lilith.
Hi.
Let's see, is Dawson here? Okay, is Coleman here? Okay, how about Mason?
Hi, Ms. Grassel.
Who is that?
Mason.
Hello, Mason. How are you? How about Shane?
Probably still asleep.
Karen. Ophelia, Maggie, I heard from you. Ophelia, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, how about Ryan? Okay, how about, let's see, Cassidy, I see you. Wesley, I saw you. Let's see, Grace, are you there somewhere? Yep, there you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Grace. Let's see, Zach, I think I saw you come in. Christine, I think I saw you come in. I think I saw Sarah and Lydia. All right, so again, I think I'm missing Mael, Dawson, Coleman, Shane. Okay, Ryan. And just so you guys know, your attendance in the Zoom meetings is not mandatory. Oh, there's Ryan now. If you don't get a chance to be here live, I will be recording them. You can watch it later. And if you guys would just check in with me if you do watch it later and you're not in the live session so that I know you got to see it, that is something that I think will be helpful. Just so you guys know too, in terms of like attendance, I'll be keeping track of if people are turning in assignments, and that's kind of how I will let the I'll let the office know if people are attending class. It's just if you're doing the work that I'm presenting. So does anybody have any questions about that? Okay. So I wrote up myself a little agenda because I want to make sure to talk about lots of different things. Oh, I just thought about something else. I'm going to add this to it. Okay. So first thing is I just want to check in and see how everybody's doing. I obviously can't hear from everybody. That will take our entire 40-minute period here, but is there anybody that needs anything that you don't have at home that I could help with? Whether it's, you know, some sort of computer device or internet help or anything like that? Okay. And then if you ever need help with anything too, make sure you guys just reach out and let me know if you need help on anything. I want to check in next and see if the kind of the plan for the week makes sense. This is what I'm thinking I will be doing each week from here on out, where I will be using the lessons provided by the College Board, the AP people, and they seem to have assignments in there that fit directly with the stuff they're doing. I think it's going to be valuable to do their stuff because that is what you would expect to see on the AP exam. So I thought that it would be negligent of me to not use the stuff that they're using. We do still have the textbook if you want to use that for extra reference. I may assign stuff from there from time to time. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But I'm planning on, and you guys can give me feedback on this if you feel like it's working or not. I'm planning on doing 3 of those lessons a week. They seem to be about 45 minutes and then with an assignment that goes with it. So I'm thinking that would take you guys somewhere between like 3 and 4 hours a week. I don't want to overload you guys, but I also do want to make sure you guys are ready for the AP exam. So, I need you guys to kind of give me feedback and feel like, is that enough? Is that too much? They are doing 5, they're presenting 5 lessons a week. And so I don't think we're going to be able to get through every single one that they do. And so at a point, I'll probably be picking and choosing. But right now they are doing, you know, the ones I'm using are from the unit that we have not covered yet. And so I thought that that would be a really good place to start. It looks like the next thing they go into are some of the topics that we did talk about. So I may or may not use all of them. But if you know, you are bored and want more math, or just, you know, if you're feeling like you could use a little extra, just know that you have access to these yourself too. So you can go on and, you know, access the materials, including the videos and the assignments and everything like that. So just keep all that in mind. Let's see here. So with the 3 assignments, I probably will continue to do it the same way I did this week, where one of them will be due before our class on Wednesdays. And then the other one will be due on Thursday. And then the other one will be due on Friday, just so that you guys don't have so much all at once, but you know, it's a little bit every day. You guys can certainly do them ahead of time. I just thought I'd give you, you know, here's a deadline that you can try to meet, and here's a new deadline for you to try to meet. So that was kind of my thinking behind that. Keep in mind, I know that we all have other things going on. Some of you guys have lots going on. Some of you don't have much going on. But if you ever need an extension on any of the assignments, that's no problem. You can ask for help on that. The volume projects came out great. I'm really excited about them. I haven't had a chance to see or grade all of them yet, but I definitely plan on doing that by the end of this week and getting those grades into Aries. And what I'm doing is, if there is a part that I feel like you missed on, that you're not going to get a perfect 50 out of 50 on, I'm going to tell you what you missed, and I'm going to return it to you so that you can then fix it and get a perfect 50 out of 50 on it. So, so that's my plan with that. Just, you know, making sure everybody can get a perfect score on everything they do. The assignments that I assign each week, those are, you know, each one is, I've made worth 5 points. And if I don't feel like you got it, like if you didn't, show work that shows you understood how to do it, or if you, seem to not be doing things correctly or something, I may return that to you after I've had a chance to look at it and ask you to fix it so that you can get, again, a full 5 points on it. Everything that you turn in from here on out should make your grade go up, even if you already have an A, because you should be getting 100% on everything, because I'm going to give it back to you to fix if I don't think you did earn that perfect score. So that's that. Any questions so far on the stuff I've been talking about? Okay. So we had a meeting with all the AP teachers, and one thing that I questioned was, since things are so different, are there going to be kids that maybe will choose not to take the AP exam because of, the big changes and, maybe not being able to access all the material and that kind of thing. And everybody's general feel on it is that if you are going to take an AP exam, this is the year to take it, that they are likely to be very lenient on not only how they grade it, but also on what they assign. So if you were going to pass the AP calculus test, people seem to think this is the year that you would pass it. So keep that in mind. If you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should be taking the test or not, it sounds like you should definitely go for it. You may surprise yourself with how well you do on it. So keep that in mind. I've heard a little bit more about the AP exam. We won't know until, I believe, this Friday when it will be offered. But the 45-minute test that will be all free response that you guys will be taking, at home, it sounds like, they're gonna have ways where they are kind of checking for plagiarism. So you're gonna want to make sure that it is your own work. You're not copying somebody else. I don't know how, how they will control that. So, but just be aware that is something that they are investing time and money into. So keep that in mind. And that they're also, I think, people weren't sure about this, but they may have you log into like a browser that locks you into a specific screen. So if you do use like a graphing calculator from a program on your computer, just keep in mind you may not be able to switch to that screen. So if anybody needs to borrow one of my classroom calculators, please reach out. I'm happy to loan those to you so that you'll have them not only to use for what we're doing the rest of the year, but also for the AP exam. Let's see here. So when you are doing the assignments, the answers are usually posted with them, and I'd like you guys to keep a couple of things in mind about that. It's going to be really easy to get a perfect score on it because the answers are there. I do need you guys to show your work to show that you are the one doing it and it's not just you're copying down answers. And just keep in mind that the goal of the assignments is to practice the material and to learn it so that you can do well in the AP exam. So make sure you're keeping those things in mind, that the answers are there. And I would like you guys to use those so that you can check your answers. Make sure you are, doing everything correctly, and ask for help if you need any. On that note, I have Sarah has a question. Oh, I muted you, Sarah. Hang on, you have to unmute yourself.
Okay, for the assignment that we just turned in this morning, there wasn't really a way to show your work. It was like you read the statement and then Lily wrote what like the answers on the other page were, because like I watched the tutorial video thingy and they basically did like every single problem like in the notes. So like on that one, like are we going to be marked down for not showing our work?
No, because there really isn't any work to show on that at all.
Okay.
So no, you definitely won't be, but that's a good question. Anybody else have questions at this point? I do have everybody muted, so if you want to talk, you should unmute yourself.
Ms. Grasso? Or Meg, you can go.
I have a question about like the assignments for these, because at least for one of my other classes, like, they have videos and they have exercises, like part of in the video, our like exercises was doing that assignment. So are we gonna keep having access to those, or do we just do the ones that they do? How is that gonna?
I don't think I understood your question. Can you say that again?
So for 7.2, which is our next one, do we have a separate like assignment sheet like the last time, or are we just gonna do the problems that they're doing in the video?
Well, I believe they aren't doing every single problem.
Yeah.
So
So-
you should do the ones that they do with them,
Mhm.
and take notes in addition to that if you need to, and then do the rest of it on your own. And then I'm not assigning anything additional. So, you could look in the book and try to find extra practice if you wanted to, but I'm not assigning anything additional besides just, what I'm putting in the assignment for each week. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. I guess I would. Never mind.
Okay. Christine, your turn.
I was doing the 7.2 homework yesterday, and I don't know how to do number 2. I did send you a private comment about it.
I
on the
saw
homework.
that. I tried to work on it this morning. I had just a few minutes and I couldn't figure out in the few minutes that I had. So after noon today, when I'm done with my math classes, I'll sit down and I'll figure that out. And I will let you know. So that was one thing I was going to talk about is I do have office hours, and I will post these in Google Classroom. I didn't want to post too much because I feel like I'm always posting stuff to you guys, so I don't want to over post things, but I do have office hours that are specific to calculus on Tuesday and Friday in the morning from 9 to 10, and then also on Wednesdays from 2 to 3. So Christine, I'll make sure I get to your question and have it ready to go at 2. So if you want to check back in to a Zoom meeting at 2, we can go over that at that time.
Okay.
Okay. And I also have general office hours for all my math classes every day from 2 to 3. And then on Wednesdays, an additional hour from 3 to 4 too. And like I said, I'll write that all down for you guys, but just so you know, that's my plan with office hours. And that's just, to address individual questions if you need help on anything in particular. So let's see, checking my agenda, see if there was anything else that I wanted to talk about with you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. So if anybody else has questions at this time, I can take your questions at this time. All right. So everybody feels like the assignments that I'm posting for the week, that's a doable thing, watching the 3 videos and doing the 3 assignments, 1 for each video. Okay. And then on the 3rd assignment, there's a Desmos activity that you guys will log into. And let's see, I think I planned it so that we could even do it live together during my office hour on Friday morning from 9 to 10. So if anybody wants to jump in and do that with me at 9 o'clock on Friday morning, that's one of my office hours, and we could do that together. It is something where I'd like you guys to log in with your Google account, and that way it loads your name in there for me. I'll be able to see, who's in there and who's not. And even if you're not there live, you can complete it later, and you should it saves it for me, so I'll be able to see who was in there and who wasn't. So so that'll be part of the grade for that particular assignment. So again, you can do that live with me Friday morning. You can do it before that. You can do it after that. Just make sure that everything is done and turned in by Friday, so that I can get it checked and get it returned to you in time for you to fix anything that needs fixing, so you can get a perfect score on everything. Anything else? All right. So let's see, there are a lot of you guys that have turned in the assignment that was due by 10 today. There are a few that haven't. Some people did check in and let me know that they were going to be turning it in late, like Robert did at the beginning of this session here, and that's okay. Like I said, anytime you need some extra time, just ask for it. It's no problem. It really helps me if you ask for it in the actual assignment itself. Like if you leave me a private comment in the assignment itself, that way I have it right there when you turn it in late to see, oh right, she already asked for, or he already asked for an extension on that. I do appreciate you asking ahead of time if you need extra time, rather than after the fact, because I know stuff does come up. But even if it's after the fact, just check in. It should be fine. So keep that in mind. I think there are a couple of people that haven't turned in their volume project still. So, you know, if you haven't done those still, those will help your grade. They will make your grade go up. So make sure you get them done, and make sure you get them turned in. So far, the ones that I have graded have been perfect 50 out of 50s. And like I said, they're really fun to look at. And I would love to have you guys, when this whole thing ends, to actually bring those projects into me, because I like to have them to show to future classes. You guys have seen me show off ones from the last couple of years, so I'd like to have your guys's to show for my future classes. So I think that's all I have. Check my notes again real quick. I think I covered everything I need to cover. And so, like I said, I'll have office hours at 2 o'clock today if anybody needs help on any of the assignments. And so I will post the link to that in Google Classroom. And I think I sent you guys invitations to that also in Google Calendar. So you could also accept those invitations. And I found that that's a pretty easy way to get into the Google classes, or sorry, into the Zoom meetings, is by just accepting that in Google Calendar. And then it helps keep track of what's on your agenda. Maggie, I see your hand up.
Yes, one question. I don't know if it's just me as a student, but I feel like spacing our assignments out every other day might be a little bit easier. I mean, I'm not one to push things off to the last minute, but having like 3 in a row is kind of like,
Yeah. And so I will be posting them on Monday, probably Monday mornings in the future. This week has just been crazy trying to figure out what I'm doing in all my classes. And so I plan on having them to you guys on Monday mornings, so that you guys could have, could do one on Monday, one on Wednesday, and one on Friday. I'm going to keep the due dates the way they are. You can turn them in early. And yeah, that sound all right?
yes.
Cool. Yeah. All right. I will pause to see if there's any other questions. All right. Well, since we have a few extra minutes, can you guys turn your microphones on and your videos on so we could all see each other? It would be really nice to get to see you guys. Yay. Okay, I'm putting this in gallery view now so that I can see more people at once. Yay! Oh God, it's so good to see your faces. Let's see, Adrian, you're a little hard to see with Shrek in the background. Robert, that's a cute pig there that you have. Kieran, I like your Nemo. That's very nice. Good to see everybody's smiling faces. Well, most people's anyway. Everybody may not have the cameras, but anyway, it's good to see most of you guys. And even Miss Brees is here. Did you guys notice that she popped in? Hi, Miss Brees.
What?
Can I go visit?
Hey, miss seeing everybody.
So I'm all done. If you guys want to visit for a little bit, you can. I'll leave this open for a little bit. And if you are done, then you can go ahead and sign off. And I'll see you guys next time.